What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This is Chief Kalanago with another video. Man, it's so what's going on here, man? All right, what it is, what it is, what it is, what it is. Let's hold up here for a second. Let's get into this here. Okay, close that for a second. All righty. Let me make sure for this. It looked like I'm on, but I don't know if I'm actually on, but I am on. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, close that for a second. All right, so I'm on. I'm on. All right, so in this video, real quick, I'm gonna talk about cannabis, so-called marijuana. We're gonna talk about that here, okay? I think we are live. Okay, so as we could see, right, so-called marijuana, cannabis is literally being legalized all over the United States, right? All over the United States. Now, let me just explain something to y'all, okay? First thing you need to know is this, that the United States has a patent on cannabis marijuana, okay? Let me go ahead and once again, please don't believe anything I tell you. I want you to do your own research, do your own due diligence. I'm only here to teach so that you could open up your mind, right? And our people, and I'm saying our people because just so-called black people, right? We have to start thinking, use our minds, right? And we have to start putting things in perspective because we have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of young brothers and sisters in jail for marijuana or what you call cannabis. But now in 2022, around the United States, it's a business, a profitable business, and our people are sitting in jail. Okay? Things like that, we got to stop those things. But let me break something down to you real quick. Marijuana, aka cannabis, is a patent. And a lot of our people went to jail, not because they were smoking a plant, but it's because they were smoking a patent word. You see, I'm here to tell you that my purpose is to educate you. Now, what you do with the information is solely up to you. All right. I cannot force you to apply the knowledge, but you do what you do with it. And I know because I've been through it, right? I don't smoke, I don't drink, but I know my stuff, right? So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. All right. And go look it up yourself. Don't believe anything I say. Go look up patent number 6,630,507. Go look up the patent. Please don't believe anything that I say. Go ahead and look it up for yourself. Okay? Now, let me just read from this article here real quick. Okay? Let's see. The inception of patent number 6,630,507. Okay? In 2016, the DEA decision marked over 4 decades of federal agencies proudly ignoring evidence that marijuana does not have medicinal use. Nixon wanted cannabis placed under the most restricted type of schedule. He created the Schaefer Commission to try and prove the dangers of marijuana. Instead, research shows the benefits of the herb. The National Commission on Marijuana and Drug Abuse recommended the discrimination of the drug. Um, Predictably, Nixon ignored these findings and marijuana remained as a Schedule 1 drug. Since then, a lack of evidence is cited as The reason for cannabis to remain in limbo. In reality, there are well over 20,000 position studies. Sadly, the National Institute on Drug Abuse, NIDA, insists on publishing studies with negative results. In 1999, Hampton Alexrod, a criminality field patent on patent number 6,630,507. The HHS awarded in 2003. These three scientists are from the National Institute of Mental Health, which is part of the NIDA. NIDA is perpetually against marijuana. Nevertheless, it had no problem granting a patent for non-psychoactive cannabinoids for the treatment of neurological conditions and illnesses caused by oxidative stress. Anyway, the whole point is this, right? Let me break this down to y'all. In as much as the United States wanted to make you think that marijuana, cannabis, weed, whatever you call it, was a Schedule 1 drug, the United States have a patent on it. Now, let me tell you the reason why so many brothers and sisters are in jail because of so-called marijuana. Okay? No government under the face of the sun, they cannot patent an herb. Nobody could patent an herb because why? It is natural. It came from the creators of this universe, the earth, we, the original people. Okay, so no humans or nobody could patent an herb. However, they could give it a name and patent the name. I have explained that to y'all before. Okay, you feel I could explain that to y'all. So therefore, brothers and sisters who went to jail for smoking, they did not go to jail for smoking the plant. They went to jail for smoking a patent word without a license. It is all for commercial purposes. Hear what I'm saying, brothers and sisters. You don't have to believe anything I say. Do your own research. Brothers and sisters did not go to jail for smoking the plant. Okay, they went to jail for smoking a patent word, cannabis, marijuana, without a license, without permission, because that's what a license is. You see what I'm saying? So when you are not educated, when you don't have the knowledge, you perish for the lack of knowledge. Well, Chief, how do you know what you're talking about? Well, guess what? I know what I'm talking about because, okay? I know what I'm talking about because there was a situation where a brother got caught with 7 pounds, okay? And they caught him in Maryland, and he was on his way back to New Rochelle, okay? And they caught him with intensive purposes of selling what they call marijuana or cannabis. When me and my elders got involved, we are not legal. We didn't represent him legally because we are not attorneys or lawyers. However, we gave him counsel. And the counsel that we gave him, we had him beat the case for 7 pounds of weed with intent to sell. As a matter of fact, they had him on in Maryland on the FBI most wanted list. How is that we were able to get those charges dropped? Because we know the law. Okay, we knew that he had to take a stand and not take any plea to having marijuana or cannabis. You feel me? He had a plant that came from the great spirit that came from nature, okay? And no way he admit or confess to having marijuana or cannabis. You feel what I'm saying? So therefore, they couldn't indict him. They couldn't prosecute him because he did not have marijuana. That's what they called it, but that's not what he called it. Family, it's all technology. So the point of this video is this. Why do we have so many brothers and sisters in jail and now this thing is legal? Why aren't we in an uproar? Why aren't we in an uproar Huh? Where we hold these politicians or these so-called policy makers, because those are not laws, they are policies, right? Why aren't we holding them accountable and making sure that they release our young men and women in jail that's in jail for smoking what they call marijuana or pot? Huh? Why is that? Let me share another article with you. Let me share another article with you. Let me see where it's at. Because right now, off-duty police officers in New Jersey, they are allowed to smoke marijuana. Okay? Off-duty cops in New Jersey can smoke weed without getting fired. But yet still, we have thousands and thousands and thousands of young brothers in jail that was sent to jail for smoking roaches. Okay? The boys in blue are free to smoke some green in the Garden State, which is New Jersey. Okay? Off-duty police officers in New Jersey are allowed to get high on the state's legal weed without facing discipline, according to Acting Attorney General Matthew Platkin. Platkin sent a memo to police chiefs Wednesday detailing the policy, which allow officers 21 and older to consume cannabis in all forms while off the job, a week before recreational pot hits the shelves in the state, according to the memo. Police department may not take any advice or adverse action against any officers because they do or do not use cannabis off duty. The memo states, as a reminder to comply with the Cannabis Regulatory Enforcement Assistance and Marketplace Modernization Act, signed by Governor Murphy. Okay? So, isn't this ironic, right? We have hundreds of thousands of young brothers and sisters in jail for smoking weed or marijuana, but now police are allowed to smoke it. Now, let me ask you a question. What are we doing? Are we just sitting around and just allowing all these things to happen? Huh? Hmm? You see, so this is crazy. But yet still my people sit around and they beg these governments for their rights. They beg them for jobs. Family, this is all about commerce. And I have to show you that the United States have a patent. They have a patent on cannabis. They have a patent on marijuana. If anybody should have been at the head of this business, it should have been us, the original people. You see what I'm saying? However, we refuse to evolve. And that's why I had to do the video on evolution versus revolution. Because our people are in, well, let me put it that way. Black people are in a constant state of revolution and not evolution. You see what I'm saying? Because if we were in a state of evolution, we would have been the one controlling the market. Because all these plants are indigenous plants. You feel me? So I'm asking you, when is it going to change? It's only going to change when you change your mindset, your thought process. Okay? Only when things will change for Black people is when they change their thought process. Stop looking for permission because you will not get it. That is not the goal. The goal is to keep you down. Okay? The goal is to keep you subjected. That is always been the goal. So you will always be at the bottom of the totem pole. You feel what I'm saying? So I just wanted to do this quick little video to point that out, to show you that the plant is not illegal. The plant was never illegal. That's what you have to comprehend. The plant was never illegal. You feel me? It was using the word, a patent word, is like, let's just say Tesla, or let's say Walmart. Nobody could just go open up a Walmart without permission from the franchise, because that's patent. You see what I'm saying? You will get in trouble legally for that. Is this, but it doesn't mean you can't go open up another grocery store. You could give it a different name. You feel me? Walmart cannot sue Target if they're selling the same thing. No, it's just two different brands selling some of the same products. It's the same thing with what you call weed or marijuana. It is one plant, but the name marijuana or cannabis is patent. So therefore, when you use it without their permission, they have a license, patent. That's how you end up going to jail, because you confess to smoking marijuana. If you don't confess to smoking marijuana or cannabis, they cannot prosecute you, because why? It is not on record that you are smoking their patent word. You are smoking a plant from the Great Spirit, from nature. And this is not legal advice. I'm just giving you facts. Why? Because I have counseled people through that situation, and everything was dropped. But the moral of the story behind this right here now is the fact that it's being legalized all over the United States, and we are not in an uproar for all our brothers and sisters that are actually in jail right now. Okay? So once again, it's about showing you that it's a patent word. Marijuana and cannabis, it's patent. And you don't have permission to use the word without a license. You feel what I'm saying? Once again, you don't need permission to smoke the plant. You need permission to use the word. That's the problem. It is all legalese. Okay? And our people are not taught legalese. They are not taught the legal system. They are not part of the legal society. So that's why, another reason why the jails are filled with brown-skinned men and women perish for the lack of knowledge. You see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to do this quick video. I'm not going to keep it too long. I just wanted to point that out. Something for you to ponder on. Something for you to think about. Okay? Remember, the plant is not illegal. They cannot prosecute you for using the plant. If you have a whole truck of that, traveling, okay, they can, by law, they cannot do you anything. However, if you say you have cannabis or you have marijuana, then that's when it becomes a legal issue. Because as indigenous people, that is a plant that we use for holistic purposes. All right, not even medicine, because the word medicine is also a copyright. So you see how they are tricking people. Even the word cure, as holistic people, using the word cure is also a copyright word. So if you say that you are curing people, you could get sued, because why? You don't have a license. You feel what I'm saying? But if you're providing remedies, they don't have a copyright on the term or the word remedy. So holistic goes with remedy. Okay? And medicine goes with cure, or cure goes with medicine. You feel what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. These people solely deal with an artificial existence, because they deal with hybrid existence. They are hybrids, and that's all they understand. That's what they comprehend. And that's why they are good at the game. They are good at the hybrid game. They are good at the artificial intelligence game. So you, as the original people, you have to evolve, all right, and start dealing with intelligence. So therefore, you will be superior to artificial intelligence. Until you master that, until you learn that, until you practice that, then you will always be at the bottom of the totem pole. It's about evolving. You did? So I hope this makes sense to you. I suggest you listen to the video again and please do your own research, do your own due diligence. This is not about belief, it's about fact. All right, I know because I've seen people get arrested for a roach. Okay, for a roach, and now you're telling me it's legal. Why? Because they had to corner the market so that it could become a commercial entity, so that it could make their families and their relatives wealthy, while our people are still sitting in jail. Okay, so I'm going to leave that here. I may or may not do another video today, but I'm going to do another video talking about reparations, because Biden is talking about reparations, but he's saying that if so-called black people get reparations, then Native Americans got to get reparations. So I'm going to talk about that in another video. It may be today. My laptop is the battery is dying and I don't have my charger, so I'm going to see if my nephew got a charger that I could use for my laptop. If he does, then I'll do another video. If not, then I'll do it another day. But my goal is to bring you the knowledge, bring you the information, educate you, enlighten you, and you do what you want with the information. But it's high time. It's time that we, as the indigenous people of this land, the original people of the world, it's of the universe, okay? It's time that we literally start coming together, uniting, okay? Forming our own communities, creating our laws, okay? We have to do that. We should no longer be subjected to kind of man, because they cannot create laws. They could only create statutes, codes, and ordinances, because once again, they deal with an artificial existence. So my goal, my purpose is to help in bringing back law and order as an original man. All right? And that's why I tell people I have no time for stupidity. So sometimes it may come as if I'm short or I'm disrespectful. No, I'm not. I'm just blunt. I'm just straightforward. That's just what it is. And sometimes when I see people in their own zone, they're doing what I just leave them alone, because that's not where I'm at. I'm on a whole different frequency. So sometimes if you ain't got nothing beautiful to say, just don't say anything. So sometimes I just leave it alone. You feel me? All right. So I love y'all, and hope you found some value in this video, and we'll talk soon. All right. Be good to each other. Respect everybody. Respect is earned. It's not given. So people respect you, you respect them. All right. And show love. We'll talk soon. Take care.